Hello and happy Vlogmas. Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 10. I'm Jules. I'm one half of the Nutty Nitty Sisters along with my sister Judith here on YouTube. We have this channel because we love fiber. We love to share everything that we love about fiber, and occasionally we share some yarny and fibery adventures with you as well. So if you have just found us, welcome. We're so glad that you're here and checking us out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. We love having you here in our community. And so for day 10, I will start you off with a little weather report. I did not go get my Christmas tree because it was a drizzly, gray, dreary, nasty day. So I decided I didn't feel like getting soaking wet to get the tree. So I will attempt to get that next weekend. We'll hope for a little better weather then. I did have my granddaughter Kinsley here. She came and spent the night after her recital last night. So she was here and we played the knitting game. If you have not seen the knitting game, I don't think the game is available any longer unless you happen to find it like on eBay or something along those lines. I'll put a picture in here so you can see what the box looks like, but Judith actually got me started on it because she got the game and it is so fun. I really wish it was still available because I think it's a great game. And if it was still available, I'd promote it all over the place and get you knitters to give it a try because I think it's a blast. And my 8-year-old granddaughter can play it. She picked it up very quickly. So it's something, you know, the whole family can play it. It's really a cute game. So yes, we did that and she won. She was thrilled because she's been coming up to speed. It takes a little bit of strategy. And she was just beside herself because she finally beat Mammy again. So, and then I did get some knitting in today. I cast on my blanket for Judith's Advent, and I will share a little bit, peek here of my progress going along on that. And when we get to her opening her Advent, I will share a little bit more about that project. So yes, I have 3 Advents that I'm opening. I have the Advent from Judith. We make one for each other and swap them. We started that last year, and so we did that again this year. She hand-dyed my Advent for me this year, so she went well overboard. I also have a Legacy Fiber Artz Advent this year, and then Judith and I went in together on a Hogmanay Box from I Thought I Knew How podcast. I did have to switch that over into something different. The box, I had it just in the box that it came in, and that was giving out. So having a little different container here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get right to the Advents. I'm having, here's my cute little mug. And if that is not me, yeah, I keep saying I'm going to shop my store first. And yeah, then the new shiny thing comes out and catches my eye. Speaking of, I'm a little bummed right at the moment because I watch every Tuesday night Knits and Pieces. They have a knit chat cafe here on YouTube. So if you look up Knits and Pieces or Knit Chat Cafe, and I'll put information as well, every Tuesday night they have a live chat. So you can actually, the chat is live, so you can chat with other folks that are viewing. You can send messages to Kelly and Noelle. So it's really fun. And they totally enabled me on a yarn from the Knitter's Loft in Canada. And it shipped. And then I got a delivered notification last Thursday. Guess what I don't have? I don't have a package. So I am pretty bummed. I have messaged them and just, you know, I gave it a day because our post office here sometimes marks things delivered, they go to the wrong place, or they get marked as delivered and then they show up the next day. I'm not exactly sure what happens there, but so I wanted to give it a day, give it a chance to show its face. It didn't. So Saturday I did send a message to the Knitting Loft. They did say right in their shipping email that if I had not received it, if I encountered any issues, to reach out to them. So hopefully tomorrow I will have a response from them on what I should do from here. So I hope eventually it makes its way, because it's really pretty yarn. It's sparkly yarn. The sparkle got me. So that was kind of a bummer, but I'm still hoping it will make its way here. So yes, I started on the mug. So sorry, I really got off on a tangent there. Woof. So anyway, that was on the ideas of me saying that I would shop my stash and then laugh and laugh. Yeah, well, so I laughed and bought some sparkle yarn. This mug I got as a gift in a swap that I did through Maritime Family Fiber. And the person that got me totally spoiled me rotten. You can go back, I'll put which day it was here. You can go back and see the beautiful bag of goodies that I got, but this mug was one of them, and it's a hoot. I love it. So I've got me some, it's actually Stash Christmas Eve tea is what I'm having tonight. That's my favorite. Christmas Eve is like my staple all December long. So it's coffee all day, Stash Christmas Eve tea at night. All right, so let's get right to Judith's Advent. And we are, of course, getting quite the beautiful collection going here. Oh, that's my chocolate. We can't have my chocolate yet. I do have some extras I have to do occasionally, and today is not a day to do an extra. I have until day 15 before I have to do an extra. But yes, we're getting quite a collection of beauty going on here. I'm trying to make sure I don't dump anything out. So let's see what we're going to add to this beauty on day 10. So we've been going through the 8 tiny reindeer. We've done Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, so this should be Vixen, and it is. So this card says, she's all girl. She loves to wear bows even when she flies. Vixen is opinionated and sometimes a bit of a joker. She likes to tease the other reindeer. She is quite spirited and does not like to be told she cannot do things just because she is a girl. Santa says she is tough, a kind of fighter. She faces up to every challenge and is very brave. Vixen is also very smart and continues her education every off-season. She is a reindeer historian and serves part-time helping young reindeers learn how to fly. Sounds like quite the go-getter there, Vixen. So let's see what our interpretation of Vixen is. Oh, this is pretty. Look. That's very girly, isn't it? Very feminine, soft, but Santa says she's a fighter. So I think there's a little bit of spunk in there. This is getting blown out just a tiny bit. It's pretty true. It's very golden. You know, you get your golden tones in here, and like a rosy gold. It's really pretty. Really pretty. I like that. So pretty. Great job, Judith. You did wonderful again. So we will add that to our beautiful collection that we're creating here. All right. And let's see, then chocolate goes back. Then we have our Legacy Fiber Artz. So we are up to day 10 for Legacy Fiber Artz. Their theme this year is the North Pole. They included this cute card that tells you the colorways. And for day 10, oh, I just had it earlier. Let's see. Oh, yes, here we go. 10, right up here. Northern Lights. So let's see what their interpretation is for Northern Lights. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's Northern Lights for sure. All the beautiful colors of the Northern Lights. Oh, that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Oh, that is so pretty. Great, great, great. So another beautiful color. Another one for me to wind up. I am all caught up on my winding. So everything except what I just opened now is wound. The Legacy Fiber Artz is in the bag to work on for that blanket. And Judy's is not wound yet. The minis are not wound yet. Oh yes, I'm sorry, they are. They're wound right up to day 10, but I have not started with any of those yet. And I will explain that. So, when I decided what I was going to do with her Advent, what I want to do, and I'll put which day I gave the details about it. I don't want to go deep in the weeds with it again, but I basically want to use her 24 minis as a striped center of a blanket with a undyed border around it. And my thought is to do those 24 center stripes, that center panel, in stockinette stitch, and do the borders, 4-inch borders, in garter. So I got thinking about it, and I said, well, if I do the border after I do the center panel, I got to go around and I got to pick up all these stitches, and that could be fussy and wonky. So why don't I cast on the bottom white border, knit that up to where I'm going to start with the color, and I have 2 balls. I did 2 balls of the undyed, so I could have 1 ball on the right, 1 ball on the left, and that way I can just knit as I'm going up. Won't have to cut, weave ends, do all that stuff. Sorry about that. Hubby came in, so I had to stop because it picks up every background noise, and I knew if he was getting a snack, we would hear every crinkle and everything going on. So anyway, what I was saying. So yes, I did not want to have to deal with all of that, cut on one side and then pick up again on the other side. So this way I can just kind of knit that border as I go and decide at the end whether I still want to go around with an I-cord border or if it's going to be good enough that way, which I really think it'll be okay just that way. We'll see. So anyway, not 100% sure about that center panel, whether it will be in stockinette or whether it will be in garter, but I will, knit a color or 2 and see what I think of it. If I don't, I really am not convinced I'm going to like it in the stockinette, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to start it off with the stockinette. I may just do it with the garter, but we'll see. I may do it just so that I can see it and so I can know. And if I do, whichever way I go, whatever I try, I will share so that you can see what it looks like, and maybe I can get your feedback and recommendations, comments on it. Because if it works out, I'm thinking I may, never done this, don't even know where to start, but I may try to put it together as a pattern to put it out as, something that folks can use for Advent. But we'll see. All right, so now we have the Hogmanay box. And I did put the ones that we've already opened in a little basket here. I need to get a bigger basket because this is the only one I could find. And I'd like to have a little bit bigger basket so I can keep them all together in one. But for now, we are going to open day 10. And as a reminder, this is a 31-day Advent. So this one will go a week past what the other Advents are going to go. Well, let's see what we got in day 10. Let's see if I can leave the label intact in the yarn today. Goodness. It was a day yesterday. It absolutely was. All right. So again, we have Eyster Ooh. It's 100% Shetland wool. And I'm not sure what this color is. I will show it there. Cover my face maybe so it's a little clearer. So I'm not sure, but it's a gorgeous brown. Whatever that word name is, it is a gorgeous, I mean, this is just like chocolate brown. It is, their colors are all so very saturated. They're very dark and beautiful. I just, it's a great, it's so nice. I was so excited when Judith said, yeah, let's do it. Let's go in together on one. Because I have not seen a Shetland yarn yet, a yarn from Shetland that is not just beautiful. And so we had to give it a try. So very happy with that. So there we have day 10. All right, so that is the Advents opened. Let's see, one other thing I can share with you. Oh yeah, let's here's where I am with Judith's. So this is the white, or I shouldn't say white, this is the undyed yarn that I'm using for the border. So that's the bottom border so far. I think I'm almost 2 inches there, so I'm going to go to 4 inches, and then I will start with the first color. Don't know if I'll get to 4 inches tonight. I'm gonna try to knit a little bit more, but I don't know if I will get the whole 4 inches. I'd love to, but hopefully by tomorrow night I will be starting with that first color. And that undyed base yarn that I'm using is from Nomad. It's their Marshmallow DK Select, and it is 100% fine superwash merino wool. It's a 4-ply, 100 grams, 246 yards in one of the skeins. DK weight, as I said. It is made in Peru, and their website is nomadyarn.com. So that's the second skein that I will start with once I am at the point that I'm doing a right and a left border. Okay, and I showed this on the pre-blog, or no, day 1 Vlogmas that Judith and I did together. I called it my snow-capped stripes socks. It's just a pattern I did, and she wants me to publish this too. I don't even have a clue where to begin, but I thought I would put it on a blocker so you could get a proper look at it, because I did not have a blocker with me when I was with Judith. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that second sock cast on too. I did take pretty good notes when I was doing this first one, so I'm just gonna try to make sure when I do the second sock that everything still sounds good, works out the same, and then I'll have to try to figure out where do you even start if you want to write a pattern. So yeah, that's a little update on that, and I think that's really about it for today. Work day tomorrow, so it will be back to work for Monday, December 11th. So there won't be a whole lot of content to share, although I may try tomorrow the infamous now day 8 into the oblivion. I had taken a little bit of a video of my orchids. I love plants. It's like my second love to my knitting, and I have a dedicated area where most of my orchids are. I have a couple that have kind of special needs, so they're not in that same area, but I took a little video of the ones in the dedicated area because one of them is in bloom beautifully, and I have 2 others that have spikes with buds, so they should be blooming soon, and a couple of seedlings. And so I just took a little video to share that with you as well. So I may try to recapture that tomorrow so that I can share it with you. Hopefully I don't delete it this time. So once again, thank you so much for joining and watching. I hope that you're watching all of the Vlogmas days, including a little spoiler. Judith's back. I saw she posted day 10 today, so be sure to check that out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. We love you. We love having you in our community. Whether you're new or whether you are returning, make sure that you are subscribed and that you click the bell so you don't miss any notifications. And please go ahead and give each of our videos a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Send your friends our way. We would love to have more community and keep on going. So thank you so much again. I appreciate you joining me for day 10, and I hope that you will be back for day 11. Happy making and good night.